Welcome back. Today I'll be talking about the defensive AI improvements for Madden 26. I first talked about the quarterback AI improvements, which obviously was quarterback only, but we don't have offensive AI improvements unless there is going to be something about it, but then I haven't seen anything on it. So I think EA really, for the offense for Madden 26, only focused on the quarterback, which people could honestly go ahead straight away and complain about, which I myself will do the same thing, because I really think we need AI for the offense. This year they're really focusing on defensive AI and coaching AI, which I'll be talking about in the next video, so stay tuned for that, guys. AI is getting improved. Now, if you guys don't know what the AI means, I'm not talking about a robot, but then again, I kind of am, because it is the computer. It's the CPU, okay? It's the player you're playing against. Not really an offline kind of case, but then again, somewhat, because if you guys think about it, if you're in an online game and you're playing your defense, you can only play that one given player you selected. Now, you can select off that player and choose a different player, but then again, everyone else on your team is going to be AI, obviously, because you can't play every single player on your defense. So they're improving the defensive AI, which is great news for competitive players for sure. So improving AI for the defense, quarterback, and coaching is going to be phenomenal. But then again, why not the full offense is the question. In Madden 26, they are working so much on the defensive AI, even on top of what they have already been discussing with the respect to pass coverage. They know what you guys are thinking, okay? They stated, we think our players will always find offense, so we are starting off the Madden season with a much more aggressive defense. So they're going ahead and improving the AI for defense to make it a much more aggressive defense approach, which is great in a way, because you don't want your AI when you're online to be terrible. You want them to be more improved, to play better defense, obviously. Same thing with offline approach, but then again, you really don't want that defense to be that goated, because then you can't complete challenges. It'll be like a big headache at the end of the day. Everyone wants like an easy kind of AI with challenges, obviously. That's a thing that I want too. You don't want to be stuck there trying to complete the challenges for hours because the AI is too challenging. But then again, they are improving defensive AI, so challenges might be tough this year for sure. They will definitely be reasonable to be an Ultimate Team. And if you guys don't play Ultimate Team, then you look at Superstar, Road to Glory, any other mode in the game, and it would just be more of a challenge because they're improving the AI. But at the end of the day, how much are they improving this AI? Is it game changing in a way where it's like all Madden 2.0 and it's like the hardest thing ever? We'll have to wait and find out, because they're not really going to tell us too much. We are probably going to have three scenarios. This is the same as Madden 25's defensive AI, or the, oh my god, this is so much more aggressive and challenging, or the nothing changed at all and it maybe got worse, which we don't want that. But moving on, to improve their run fits, they have done a comprehensive analysis of the data driving gap responsibilities for each play and made them more consistent across the board. There will be less guessing where your defenders are going, which is great, which you can see in Coach Cam Play Art. Now, here's the thing. Coaching AI is another thing for another video, okay? So stay tuned for that, guys. Subscribe to the channel with your post notifications on so you do not miss out on that video, because that could be game changing. Coaching really matters. Coaching AI being approved means coaching on offense and defense, which is going to be game changing. So it's going to be a lot better, hopefully, and that could be great for Madden 26. Now, last but not least, there's a lot to go over for the final conclusion of this all. You will also see run fit defenders far more aggressive getting downfield. So they're really reaching that word of aggressive. That's what they really want us to hear. So much for the defensive AI improvements, aggressive. That's all I'm seeing right now in these notes. When good defenders fit the run, they are trying to build a wall at the line of scrimmage and beat the blockers to the point of attack, which is great. You want them to play defense. That's a great step in the right direction. That's exactly what they have been doing to improve linebacker and safety behavior in the run game. As you will see them aggressively, there's the word again, aggressively get downfield instead of waiting too long to get blocked. The majority of the gap assignments have been designed to be the sound versus RPOs. A and B gap defenders will also be more aggressive in playing the run first. So there's an example of a certain scenario, and including another one. The C, D, and E gap coverage defenders will look to play the pass first if their first key runs a route, but will play the run if they read a block. So they're improving the defense. The AI is improved there's going to be certain situations where they're going to play more aggressive and do a lot more, and there's certain plays that are given and that they see with the coaching. So keep in mind, as mentioned with the real-time coaching AI, which I'll get into in the next video, guys, so stay tuned. Can't wait to talk about coaching AI. It should be a lot better, and it could be a game changer. They're really improving AI this year. The AI's capability to do more. So for the quarterback, the defense, the coach, I guess offense can't fit, but they haven't talked about it too much. But I mean, it's just something for another day if we find out more information on it. So that was defensive AI. I do want to talk about a little bit more, which is the leverage system that talks about smarter AI and realism. So we have the AI will now look at leverage, who has the better position to decide which blocking animation happens and who wins these battles. So this new leverage system knows what leverage is desired by a blocker and or defender. So this can be either for offense and defense in a way, but when they get engaged, that's when it really matters, based on the design of the play and or any adjustments made to the play. So that's kind of what it fits around. And then based on ratings matchup, which obviously I feel like this year they're really focusing on AI and bettering that with realism. If a certain player has better overall, they have better stats, that means they're better and they'll do better out on the field. If they have low overall, it should show, obviously, and they'll be worse out on the field. So now here's an example of it. If the offense wants to run a zone run in the B gap versus a 3 technique defensive tackle, the guard is attempting to get his head to the play side of the 3 technique so that he can win the B gap. But the 3 technique is not supposed to get reached unless he's playing the inside gap. So he desires to win the B gap to force the running back into a different lane based on the ratings of the guard and defensive tackle and their body positions at that point of engagement. The proper animation will trigger that will put either the blocker or the defender in the gap with the other struggling to try to take it over. It does not matter if you are on offense and or defense. If your overall is higher, you're going to perform better. You're going to hit a better hit stick than someone who had a low overall, or you're going to do something else better than someone with a low overall if you're high overall, which is fantastic out there. And that was a great example of 2 different scenarios on how they verse together. And to be fair, this is very nice to see. Now, giving all these blocking and defensive improvements coming this year, understanding the leverage is a way to set yourself apart. The leverage battle might fly under the radar, but mastering it will pay in dividends. Now, here's the thing. We have the defensive AI, the quarterback AI, coach AI very soon. I'll talk about that. But all this AI stuff is coming into a factor for Madden 26, and this new leverage system is going to be a huge improvement to the right direction for smarter AI and realism for different things like overall system, which is great. You want that. If a player's overall is higher, you want them to play good. That's the goal of the game. If it's lower, they're supposed to play not as good as a high overall. If we have a 60 overall playing the same as a 90 overall, the game is broken. It shouldn't be like that. They're fixing that. We have a leverage system now. We have smarter AI, as they have been saying. So if this all comes true, then we have a good game this year for Madden 26. That should be a lot better than Madden 25. So this is a great step in the right direction if so. But hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, drop a like down below if you haven't already. And as well, comment down below your thoughts on all of this. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.